live.
What?
We're live. Should I do the spiel?
You got to do the spiel.
What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 262 of the Lured Up podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves.
Way more serious.
Lured Up's part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Today is Wednesday, April 12th, 2023. I'm Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle. Adam.
Hey.
Hi. Hi, buddy.
Hey,
What's
how
going
are you?
on?
Not much. Not much.
How's the weather? How's the weather? Can we have
The weather's getting better.
Some dad chat real quick? How's the weather doing? How's the weather?
Well, you see, today was a bit windy, but the next 2 days, 80 degrees. Let's go.
DJ Wonderbread in the chat goes, way more serious.
Way.
It's true.
Way
Yeah. No,
more serious.
we've had 80-degree weather, man. It's crazy. I don't understand.
It's a nice change of pace.
I don't understand.
I
any
will
of it.
say that.
Oh, Casa the Cubone in the chat. Can I get a hoya?
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
The best. Before we start the show, shout out to Casa the Cubone. One, he's always good for hilarious, like, crazy memes.
He's got the best
like,
dad jokes.
It's the best. But anytime he joins the patron Zoom and, like, you know, I see him, like, sneak in or whatever, all I hear in the background is, oh, yeah. It's like, Casa the Cubone's here. So good, so good. But, yeah, we are streaming this live on chat, on Twitch. Yeah, chat? We are live on Twitch.
Yeah,
in the chat.
there is a chat live on Twitch.
Yeah, make sure you follow us. Yeah, so I guess
Subscribe if you're so inclined to do so.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We would appreciate you. An extra amount.
But, Adam, we got plenty to talk about this week. We have
Plenty.
the recap
So
of the
much
last
to
week.
talk about because
Well,
I've been busy.
Dude, I totally want to get into that. I cannot wait. School of Rock, Eddie, what's up? No, I can't wait. But there's plenty to talk about. We'll recap the last week of gameplay. We wrapped up spring into spring. We had Regieleki, Adam. I know you're excited about that. Maybe not. We'll follow up on the Twitter madness from last week. I did some reflecting, and I want to get Adam's current feels also. 1 week post nerf and all that fun stuff. A Mystic Hero is next up on the block. We'll talk about that. And unfortunately, there was a mishap in New Zealand again. With the dude, not good. We'll talk about it. Togetic Community Day is this weekend. I'll be playing in Red Bank. We'll recap
I'll be playing
the
in
event.
Exeter, New Hampshire.
Adam, you're tipping your hat. You said you're going to be playing. That must mean that you re-downloaded the game. I can't wait to talk about it.
I can't wait to either. There's not much to talk about. Which is why there's a lot to talk about.
Havoc Bandit goes, why aren't we getting alerts on Twitch when you go live? I have the bell clicked. I don't know. Click the bell. It's working? I don't know.
Click it. And
We're
then
new to
we'll
this.
Unclick it and then click it again.
We're new to
That's
this.
strange. That is very strange.
Niantic has launched a web store in a couple different countries, not the U.S. yet. But there is an actual benefit to use it, and once it's available in your country. So we'll talk about that.
Oh, never mind.
What? I
don't want to.
Are you already talking shit? Adam's already talking shit. Yes, that's it. 4 minutes in, Adam's talking shit. And Incarnate Form Landorus is available right now. I've been doing plenty of them, so we'll do a little battle party whoop for that and go from there.
I think we need to call it a swoop.
A swoop. All right, but Adam, let me before I give my kind of recap on the past week. Where are you at with things? Because you left off last week saying that you had deleted the game, right? You were taking.
I did.
Was this
and on
more,
Monday?
Wait. Was this more a mental break, or was this a protest break, or was it both?
Both. It has been nice to not care and or worry about it. I'm not going to lie. When you take a week off of this game,
right,
you realize how much time this game takes from you.
That was pretty profound, bro.
Yeah.
No, so like, tell me. What I want to learn about is like the urges, right? Because I'm a wake up in the morning, I'm sitting
grab your phone,
grab the
open
phone,
it.
yeah,
Yep.
sit on the toilet, open the game. You know, what's my daily spawn? You know, like those compulsions, right? Like what was that like Like, were you
The
feeling that?
first day was just anytime I grabbed my phone, it was just it's not there, it's not there, it's not there.
Oh man, I don't envy that.
Yeah, so it was strange.
Yo,
And
shout to
then
School of Rock Eddie for subbing. Thank
thank
you, brother.
you.
Appreciate
Whoop,
you.
whoop.
Appreciate you. But yeah, so was it like a cold turkey? Like did you?
Yeah, it was very hard. It was very hard.
Were there times where you were like, "Fuck this, I'm re-downloading the game"?
I work with somebody that plays, but he was like, I haven't gotten coins in like 4 or 5
because
days.
you're not knocking them out of the gym.
But I also
great.
haven't gotten coins in
That's
this
great.
amount of time as well.
Oh,
He did say that somebody from Valor took the gym over recently,
okay.
so he did get his coins.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good.
Shout out to Bob Land 420.
But yeah, 420. Yeah, it's almost 420 in 8 days. It's always
But
420.
I was able to talk to somebody about the game,
Right?
and their thoughts on everything with like the passes and everything, just from like a basic consumer. Just a basic consumer. I would say he is a basic consumer.
Is he on Twitter?
He doesn't spend a lot of no.
That's important.
Not-
I honestly
Yeah,
think
no, I
that's
know.
important. Yeah.
He basically spends maybe $1 for the community day event
Right.
and maybe a couple dollars, if that, on raids, and that's only like 1 stars, 3 stars because he can do them alone.
Right.
Unless he's with me, that's the only time he gets a legendary because I invite. So,
all right. Well, I think that's
but
actually
basic.
That's a good point,
so
though.
I was like, so he doesn't care about the nerf, the increase, and because it really doesn't affect him, which I get because he doesn't have a lot of people to play with.
Right. Now, is this indicative of his prowess in trying to find community to play with, or is this indicative of you being in a rural area?
Both.
Because like
there's nobody that he's found that is in that area. I know there are players, but it's also we're a stop. We're like a location. I don't know how to say it.
you're a
other than
hotspot.
that.
No, you're
we're
a
hotspot,
destination. They're a little bit of a tourist
destination.
trap.
That's yes. That's what it is. And the same people don't always go back. Like there's always somebody different in the gym. I don't know who.
Well, this is
it is ever,
like I said at the top of the show, I've done a lot of reflecting over the last week, and we're going to get into it. But one of the big things that was brought to my attention over and over and over, and look, it's like I listen to everything, right? I'm not just gonna brush people's feelings off or anything like that. Like if you come at me Twitter style, like whatever, you're getting a dumb gif. But like I've heard a lot of like genuine concerns, and people are like, "Yo, you're just spoiled. You live by fucking Red Bank. You could play and find people, whatever. You're an hour from New York City. Like you don't have the struggles that we have." And that was like, when I would hear that consistently, it was like, well, yeah, I'm not just rural, but I'm rural to the point of like the nearest stop is a mile away. Like I have to drive to the nearest stop, and then it's one stop. So it's like I'm going to park and sit there for 20 minutes to spin the stop 4 times. Like it's not very conducive to the gameplay experience. So I've never, that's not something that I've always taken for granted, but I didn't understand, or I didn't like validate those concerns because I was brushing it off like, well, you're the minority of the gamer. You're not the Singaporean grandma, right?
Gosh, not
Yo,
this
dude,
again.
so much good shit on Twitter with the Singaporean grandma. So many people like changed their Twitter handle to that. I was just like, it's great. But I heard that a lot. So then it becomes a matter of, are people going to do remote raids now that they cost twice as much? And I can tell you, for one, my remote raiding has been way down. I'm still doing them.
I know that I haven't played for a whole week, but even though the game is downloaded, I have zero urge to remote raid and or raid.
All right, now tell me about your feelings behind that. Like, why? What's the urge? Is it because of the cost? Is it because of the lack of communication and this whole mess that Niantic is in, or is it just because you had that freedom?
It truly is a mess, and it's upsetting the thing that bothers me, I think, the most, and it's hard because I don't want to write and say anything because I don't feel like I should have to. But there is no, like there's no communication to us to be able to communicate that down to lessen the blow.
Okay.
And so I'm just as frustrated as everybody on Twitter.
You know what? That's a good point. All right, because
and I mean that in the nicest way.
Yeah, no.
But it's hard when we're not getting anything.
You're
not
right.
even an acknowledgement like, hey, we're coming up with something. Just
you're
bite your tongue and
take your lumps, right?
Yeah, and like obviously we can't say that, you know what I mean? But like at the same token, I just want something. Just something.
No, I agree, and I think that the point you just made was really important, right? Of course you're going to have the people that don't know our brands, right? That don't know we work with Niantic closely with news and all that stuff, and get that stuff to be able to trickle that news out. But that's something that we're very privileged that we're in that position. So when
it just causes a waterfall or a trickle down effect.
Yes, it's
of
parallel.
All these people wearing tinfoil hats, being like, it's the Pokemon company, it's Niantic. They want money. They don't want money. They want your location data. They don't want your location data. There's just all these different theories, and we just want some sort of clarification. And all we're being fed, and again, just like last week, it's the machine. Like there's all these stuff already being planned to be post, but it's just making us more and more upset because they should just pause it and just come up with something.
So
because now we've got, and I know we're going to talk about it, but we've got this web store, and then again with the tinfoil hat, we've got a web store. Nobody asked for it. That's not on the docket of things like, hey, this is one of the things that we were waiting to hear about.
But this is what always happens. Happens.
I know. But again, the tinfoil hat is, well, they did this, but is that against Apple terms of service? iOS terms of service.
Are they Fortniting it, right?
Yes, exactly. That whole thing. Store. And I'm like, oh my goodness, if this
so
I just don't know if they're chopping off individual toes before they get to the feet.
No. Because the store will still exist in game. It's not like they're completely Fortniting it and saying you have to download the game through us and purchase through us. You could still buy. This is just an option. But no, I think you brought up a bunch of good points, right? And I think that there is this parallel, right? When people, a lot of the things I've heard, and again, I've taken so much feedback into account this week. I've really taken my time to read everyone's Twitter responses. Our Twitter has been out of control, and the typical cycle of Poke the Bear, right, is I grab a bag of dog shit, right? I throw it at Twitter. Everybody steps in it. I got shit on my shoes, and everyone's attacking me, right? Because they got mad because I ruffled feathers, right?
Well, why did you throw the bag of shit at them?
Because people will clean their sneakers after that, and they'll look better than they did before they stepped in the shit. And that's where we're at right now on Twitter, when all of a sudden everyone's still talking, but now we're talking constructive. And these branches of tweets that have come off of our tweets, now you have people that are, were completely opposed 7 days ago, still communicating with each other, and now they're talking about what's their community actually doing. And it's like, it's happening. This is the fucking phoenix, right? This is the phoenix that rises out of the ashes, because it takes a lot of this weird banging heads and feathers getting ruffled and people going at each other on Twitter like Twitter be doing, right? But then all of a sudden, magic happens, and everyone's being productive and constructive, and we're in that stage right now. So I'm very optimistic. But
yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, it was very 50-50 for me, seeing all of your tweets and retweets and all these things being like, oh look, people are there and people are there, but yet on the other side of the world in New Zealand, they're having issues.
Yeah,
so it's hard. It's very hard to be like, yes, when it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't. Nothing feels right now.
So, Scipio in the chat said, frankly, I'm surprised people accepted my invites during raid hour. I couldn't have done as many without them. I didn't think people were going to accept invites from me either. And I was like, it's twice as many. The economy fucks things up. If someone doesn't want Landorus, you know what I mean? They're not going to use one of their 5 available slots on a Pokemon they don't want. Like, I was making a point. People were sending me bullshit, tier 1s. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Like, I have the ability to kind of control this and be okay with it. But I don't know. I think we're in this stage right now where people are actually talking. Our Twitter has calmed down with people attacking me, and like, I'm still going for it. I'm still like finding the BS that's going on Twitter and talking about it. And if that means I got to retweet something that's crappy, I'm going to provoke conversation, right? So I want to have thought-provoking stuff on our Twitter feed. And it's creating these great dialogues between people that would never talk to each other otherwise. And that's like the whole point. So in that regard, it's worked out. But let me give my feedback, then we'll go through the news and we can kind of talk about all your points.
I will calm down.
No, because a lot of your points will like be about events and then Regieleki.
I know.
And then so we'll hit on all that. We will.
Okay. All right.
But I wanna reflect on last episode. Obviously I listened back to it on the edit. I've seen clips of it, all this shit online. And first of all, I was so fired up. There was times where Adam was like opening his headphones because I was screaming so loud. So, look, I know that did no good. So I reflected on that and saying like, man, I was so fired up. I was probably too fired up. And I ended up just screaming for a fucking hour. And that like diverted from I let the impassioned feelings that I was feeling overtake like the importance of like the message I was trying to get across. So today's episode, I want to reflect on that a little bit more rationally, but also understand that like I'm able to do that because I'm constantly trying to learn and be better, right? Personally, professionally, creatively. Like I want to look at what's working and what's not. I don't like volatility within our own community, Adam. Like, I don't like to see that. We lost a bunch of patrons and gained a bunch of patrons. I don't like that. Even though the net was the same, I don't like the volatility. Like, I'd rather have some, a little bit more symbiosis, right? So that's how I want to approach my feelings on everything. And I wanted to reflect on that and say, like, yeah, I appreciate everyone's feedback going like, damn, dude, you're fucking yelling at people the whole time. Yeah, I was. I don't necessarily want to apologize for anything. I'm just saying.
Why were you yelling?
Because I was fucking fired up.
Loud noises.
I was so fired up, man. I was angry. I don't know.
Sometimes you just got to look at a picture of Delibird and just know that it'll all be all right one day.
Go ahead. Hold that up again. I'll give you the one. Yeah, there you go. A little Delibird for you. Yes. But all right, so that all being said, Adam, let's talk about the actual gameplay. So you re-downloaded the game just Monday, correct?
Monday.
Okay, so you haven't really played, but you did re-download the game at the tail end.
I caught probably 3 Pokemon on Monday and then turned the phone off.
So, but that was part of Spring into Spring, right? So that was like the tail end of...
I didn't get any of those spawns.
You didn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because it ended at 8 p.m. Our Zoom call was at 10. You re-downloaded it.
It was at 9.
So you didn't. Yeah. So you didn't get any of them. So let's just recap.
So I missed that entire event.
Yeah, Adam went
the
blank,
entire event.
Blanked on that event. So Cutie Fly and Rabombi. I really enjoyed the spawn rate of these. They made them just rare enough. I didn't get a
single.
Well, you didn't get any fucking
Cutie
Pokemon. So,
hey, but you know what I missed? Hey, Flower Crown Pikachu, let's go.
Yeah, Adam didn't have to worry about any of these. So I haven't even done my Eevee evolutions yet. Like I've just held off because I'll get to it when I get to it. I don't like fucking putting effort into like getting the Umbreon. It's just a pain in the butt. I'll get to all that. 2 times hatch candy, half hatch distance. I was crushing those 2Ks. Bunch of Riolu, no freaking shiny. Lucky eggs were twice as long. That was cool. The encounters were decent, but again, if you were into the shiny costume chase, this event was better. If you're not into it, it's not going to be so good. I barely saw Chansey, man. I barely saw Chansey. Very, very rare. Not as much as I would want. Scipio brings up another good point in the chat. He says, indeed, the 5 remote raid passes forces us to diversify who we're inviting on our friends list and ultimately what we're raiding, right? So if someone sends you a Cutie Fly remote invite, I'll probably be more likely to do a legendary than a Cutie Fly if I'm going to use one of my remotes.
I'd be more inclined to do the Cutie Fly.
Well, because you don't have it.
Because I don't have it.
We had Lugia. We had Mega Lopunny. I didn't really do shit in person, right? I talk all this shit about doing in-person raids. My week is being a little crazy. I had a work event. I was traveling. My son is on spring break. I understand a lot of the concerns of the community. Like, oh, without remote raids, I can't raid because my life is busy. It's like, yo, I feel you. I feel you. Plenty of eggs, did not get any of the ones I needed or wanted, but I did hatch a shiny Munchlax.
A Riolu?
Not a Riolu, but a shiny Munchlax.
That's what everybody wants.
Hold on, if you give me a second, I'll pull it up on the screen.
And normally my Twitter feed is like,
yo, Team Low Battery, what's up?
Popping with Riolu.
What do you know, Team Low? I got to turn my notifications off.
Yeah, I saw none.
I don't want some crazy shit coming through here. Let's go shinies and recent. Yeah, we got the Munchlax, which was a big one for me. I was very excited about this. I did catch a shiny Sandshrew on my lunch break, and as soon as I got home from work, shiny Beedrill while I was making dinner. It was very exciting.
You should rename the shiny Munchlax to Snack Attack.
Oh, I like that. Snack Attack. Team Low Battery, what's up? 9%.
He's always munching.
But all in all, this event was pretty good. If you were into the chase, there was good research. Togetic with the Flower Crown, even though we're getting Community Day, Collection Challenge, Avatar items. Oh, the Avatar items. The Hapini. Yo, what's up? Hold up. Yeah, what's up? I got the buddy I'm walking right now is Blissey. God damn, that's the name of the. But I am rocking the Hapini hoodie. But no, good event. Adam, obviously you couldn't play it, but that leads us right into Regieleki. So, all right, so I have a great experience with it. I'll defer to you to go first, Adam. I know you didn't play.
I know. I woke up early and I was looking and scouring Twitter to see how things went.
So I want to hear your community's feelings. Like, did you see activity within your community?
So my chat that I'm in,
right,
completely silent.
Oh no!
Like nobody even mentioned the word Regieleki.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. And this was the Facebook chat, correct?
Yes.
Wow. And
can't say that nobody did it, but I can confirm that nobody was talking about it.
Now,
and honestly, I hoped that was the case because we're all with family, we're all doing stuff. Like we shouldn't be out raiding. And then we get these awesome tweets that are like, hey, at 6 they'll be like Niantic was like, hey, 6 o'clock, like you're gonna see the eggs instead of earlier,
right,
or something like that. Okay, and
all
then after that you get another tweet that was like, hey, you'll see the eggs respawning at 11, 2, and 5.
Yeah.
So that that made me think, oh great, they're gonna let every single gym that would normally have one at 11, 2, and 5, and then they had to backpedal again and be like, no, we meant the ones that are hatching will hatch at either 11, either 2, or either 5.
Dude, there's been a lot of backpedals on Twitter,
and that to
it's
me
bad. It's bad. So
I was so upset seeing that that already, that was like, great. This is awesome.
You like, look.
They already took research away, okay? They already took the research away. So anybody that was going out, you don't get the research for it. Oh, yeah, we'll get it at a later date. We still don't know about Regidrago.
That's the next thing I wanted to talk about. How are you feeling on that? Because that's like what was driving your anger or your upsetness was the whole fucking Regidrago thing. It's still completely
and there's
so
still,
just for the record,
no.
It was a month ago. It was March 11th or something like that, right? So it's been a month and completely unresolved. We had that 4 days later or whatever, the whole thing of, hey, something will happen. We'll make it up to you. And it's been radio silent since then.
And now, okay, so we did have issues in New Zealand and the APAC region. So if they're going to get, like, and there's no announcement that there's a Regieleki
makeup
event, but I would assume that there should be one.
You talking about specifically for New Zealand? Remember, like even in the Regidrago, they were like, especially our friends in New Zealand, or in the in that time zone. Like,
I think that if they're gonna do it, they just need to do it for both of them, and give it to everyone, because you took the research from people that were still going out anyways. That's something that they couldn't. So you're already giving them extra research to get extra candies. Why not just give like that has to be a thing, because if you messed up, you got to make it right. Like, it's customer service 101. And I don't know about you, but if I was a player that had planned to go out in the US and I saw that New Zealand was having issues, I'd be like, psh, there's no reason to even try. Like that, like, I already can confirm that I'm going to waste more time if I do it. And I understand it didn't necessarily happen to many people, if not anyone, in the US. But at the same token, I would have felt more upset if I was going out. So I would have said, I'm not going out because there was issues. I'm not wasting more time.
So,
and like, if I had the game downloaded, if I planned on going and I saw that, I'd be like, no, I still don't have word on Regidrago. I'm darn sure not going out for this one. I'm not going to waste another half hour of my life.
So that sentiment was rampant on Twitter of like, this is a trap. People feeling like what happened last time was I committed my time, I got the people organized, and then I got screwed. And that prevented a lot of people from even trying. And
they don't even want to entertain the thought.
Right. And to clarify, in New Zealand, people couldn't get in for the first, 18 minutes.
Oh, wait. Weren't the because there's only so many combinations, and so like remote raiders were swooping in and remotely remoting into by spoofing.
Oh, you're talking about air support?
Air support into all these raids. And like, yes, you helped the one person that was physically there, but then all of those people that spoofed, and then they basically scored up all the lobbies. So then physical people that were there that showed up a little bit later couldn't get in because there were no more codes left. How does that even happen? And I understand that, they spoof and they took up one of the codes that happened, but like, how does Niantic let that happen? They had to have seen something like this on the walls. I understand they don't want anybody to spoof, but there's talk about it on the internet. So how did they not see it coming? I just don't understand.
There's
so many questions going on in my brain. Like that meme where they're like counting on their fingers and like all these math
the
problems.
Greg Miller, he's like
and I'm just like, I don't get it. It's like all these things. All you have to do is just say, "Hey, we see you." Like, and then my hands go down, all the math equations go away.
That's part of the problem, right? Is the silence kind of equals complacency, right? Like, oh, everything's fine. It's like, no, the whole dumpster is on fire.
Yeah,
it's
the meme where the dog's just sitting there drinking coffee. Everything's fine. It's fine.
This is fine.
And then everything's burning around him. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
No,
I'm the cup of coffee.
It's valid.
I'm the cup of coffee. I'm highly caffeinated. I am worried about
it's very
the dog.
valid. Now let me talk about my experience, because I had potentially the best community driven event I've had in a long time that wasn't a community day. This was like my Reggie Drago experience sucked. It didn't function for the first 18 minutes of it. I only got 2 raids in. It just was terrible. It was stressful.
I feel like that's a different tune than the last time you talked about it.
No, that's what happened. I didn't get.
I don't know. I'm gonna go back and listen to the other.
You can go back and listen. It sucked.
I'm gonna go. I am.
It sucked. But Regieleki, it was like, and shout out to Scipio who's in the chat right now. Drew a map. This is where we're going, even though there was some confusion because we're dumb. He's like, this is where we're meeting. This is where we're going.
Because you can't draw a straight line. I know.
This is the order. Organized the whole thing in our local campfire group. Also promoted it in the Discords. Also, like, everyone was talking about it. And it was like, oh shit, people are starting to come. People are starting to get, awareness in the chat. Now, here's an interesting thing for me. So I took my son to go see Super Mario Brothers at 8:30 in the morning on Easter, on Sunday morning. So I knew that
Mamma Mia,
which was amazing. I knew my 11 o'clock chances of rating at 11 were a bust. And like Red Bank was barren. There was one raid at 11 o'clock in the whole downtown. I was like, this is crazy. So I was like, all right, I'm not missing out. But as I'm driving home from the movies, I see a lone EX gym at the park behind my house. And I'm like, you know what? It's going to hatch in 15 minutes. Let me drop a flare. Drop the flare. Sure as shit. 2 minutes later, someone pops in the chat. Yo, I'll come do this. Someone I don't know. I was like, really? They're like, yeah, I got one other person with me. I could be there at hatch. I was like, campfire is working. Fantastic. I walk the dog to the raid. She rolls up. She's got someone else in the car. We trioed it, took it down, flawless, perfect. Now get this, and this is the hilarious part of this situation, because this is what I've been beating the drum of.
I'm not laughing
Listen,
so far.
I meet this person. Her name's Katie. Level 44. No noob or anything. She's like, I've been playing this game for 4 years alone. She's like, 1 or 2 of my friends play, but I don't have a community that I play with. She's not on Discord. She's on Campfire, but she wasn't in any Discords or any chats. She lives in my town. And had no idea that there was this entire bustling Pigo community happening right around her. Had no idea. And she's level 44. We start talking. She's like, yeah, I watch all the YouTubers. I love JT Valor. He's my favorite.
And then you were like, which podcast do you listen to?
Yeah, she's like, I don't listen to podcasts. I go, not with that attitude. But she was in the know. She's not on Twitter, so isn't aware of all the bullshit. But she was like, man, these remote raid passes, changes sucks. But that was it, because she's not on Twitter getting, an IV of fucking toxic sludge. She's like, I'm so happy you were here. I'm so great. I invited her to Discord, set her up with the campfire servers. Everything was great. She's like, I'd love to come back out at 5 o'clock if you guys are doing, because our plan was to do 5 o'clock. There was a park that had 3 of them. She's like, I'll come back out. She came back out for the 5 o'clock raids. She's like in the community now. I set her up. She met Kieran from the 732 Discord. She met Gary from New Jersey Go Battle League. She met Ken with Hair, Scipio. She met the crew. And she's like, I'm in. She's like, this is the happiest day of my life. She's like, I finally found a Pokemon community. I've been talking about this for weeks. These are the people that we need to find. These are the people that will lead the charge of this next push that this game fucking needs to rebuild this community, to rebuild it in person. I was super, super excited. D. Keller's in the house. What's up, D. Keller? But my Regielekis went off without a hitch. I ended up doing 4 in a row with the whole crew, full lobby hype. It was awesome.
Okay, all right.
People came out. There was no one bitching that, oh my God, this is Easter. This is ruining my day. Like, I heard so much of that on Twitter. I was reluctant. You were very reluctant, but it didn't seem to mess us up too much. this is a forced to be local raid. So the kind of conversation of remote raids was moot, right? Because we couldn't remote to this anyway. And I was like, is this what Niantic needs to do with more raids? Is make them fucking local only? Because that will get people out? Because clearly, it could be Easter and 22 people will show up to do the raid. And then I'm getting all the negativity and bullshit I dealt with the previous week on Twitter was washed away. And shout out to all the positive people in our Twitter community. I just started getting tagged and pictures rolling in and DMs. Look at, we got 30 people. We got 20 people. We had full lobby. Like, positivity after positivity. The community is healing. This is great. Ah! It was fucking awesome. I was like, this is a good step. Yes, it's tarnished by New Zealand getting screwed over. Yes, it's tarnished by Regidrago news not being a thing yet. But the community is healing. This is so good. This is
it while the community is healing, the other community is bleeding out.
Which is
and there's no one coming to save you.
Which is a great point. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I agree with you. That's the parallel.
I feel like we need saving.
No, I agree.
Because
like the parallel.
I am part of. I want to be part of both, and I am also bleeding. Well, but also
Adam,
healing.
You're always the voice of reason on this podcast. So I take what you're saying very, very, it's profound. Because there are so many people that feel the way you do. And I know you want the best for the game. I know you want the best for the community, but you're also a realist. You know what I mean? You also know that Niantic has pretty much blown smoke up your butt for a month on Regidrago.
Yeah. And it's frustrating.
Hell yeah.
As content creators that are in the know, that have a direct channel, that have nothing, it feels real bad.
Yeah, it's a feels bad moment for sure.
It hurts more. It hurts more to me than I let on.
That's because you're a rational person that doesn't get
and
amplified.
I'm not gonna. And I don't want to yell at anyone. I don't want to freak out on anyone because that's not what anyone deserves. Because clearly, they're under pressure.
Yeah.
I don't know what everybody's work day's like. I don't know what they have to deal with from who.
Adam, you're way too rational right now.
I'm just saying, like, it's not.
You're too rational.
That's like me going to your job and being like, he's probably not working hard, and then like everyone around you is just going ham, and I'm like, oh, okay, he is actually working hard.
Yeah, it's but
he talks about playing Pokemon Go all day, but no, he actually is like, you know what I mean?
But how difficult is it to maintain optimism, right? One, when they're silent, and two, pulling it up on the screen right now, you have a Mystic Hero event, a very stripped down, hyper basic event. There is nothing to this.
It is just, hey, here is
it's a timed research, a special research, and 2 times XP for evolving, 3-hour lure modules, and the 2 guaranteed XLs, and that's it. Special research leading to Lapras wearing Blanche's accessory, the little bow. It launches in New Zealand a couple hours ago. All the reports start rolling in. Blanche's Lapras is not turned on. You get to that stage of the special research and it fucking errors out. And you've got...
Wait. So they're not getting... Like, they're getting a normal
it's
Lapras?
An error. No, it, like, errors out. There was no encounter.
No way.
I haven't seen a screen recording. But it wasn't a normal Lapras. It was an error.
So they're not even being... They don't
No.
This is just mind-boggling.
Right. So all this being said, it's you're Adam, you were saying, how do they, and we've dealt with this for so long where like everything's so predictable. Like, yes, the community will react this way if you do this. Then they do it.
Exactly.
The community reacts, and they're like, "Why is the community acting like this?" Ah! It's like we could have written.
We'd
this...
love your feedback.
Yeah, right.
Please use it, please. We care about this game.
You sound like John from Ghost Stadium. I wrote fucking volumes. That dude wrote 300 pages of feedback tonight. I feel his pain. But yeah, New Zealand. This doesn't go into effect for us here on the East Coast of the United States until tomorrow at 10 a.m. But apparently,
all right, let's just boycott playing this event.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
I'm just deleting the game again.
Adam,
there's nothing to look forward to.
Fuck this phone. Takes a hammer, smashes his phone.
No. I need to call my family. You know,
so funny.
Do that.
But no, it's a mess. But it is next up on the docket here, the 13th through the 17th. New Zealand always gets screwed. Always. It just always happens. I don't know. I hope. I don't know. I feel bad.
I can't imagine. Like, if I was a player in New Zealand or the APAC region in general, and just getting hit after hit after hit, and just hold on, I have to put a smile. Like, I give so much props to Zoe for like, how do you keep a smile? How do you stay positive when there's just so, like, you're just literally getting punched left and right?
Well, shout to Zoe.
No, you need to get back up.
Yeah.
Punch.
But
you got back up? Punch.
Shout out to
hey,
Zoe,
there's
though.
a new event. Punch.
Her content, she does a very good job of expressing dissent without being a jerk. And without, like she's very objective about it.
Yeah, I went to her channel first to look at
what was going on. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens here. We'll see. It's going to end up being, there's going to be a need for communication still on Regidrago. There's going to be a need for communication for New Zealand at Regieleki, and now there's going to be a need for communication for a Mystic Hero in New Zealand. There's three major holes with their communication to the community.
And don't forget the Twitter that they have to just keep circling back over and over and over again.
So we're gonna talk about Twitter in a second when we come back from the break, because it's a crazy
just talking
machine.
about, I'm literally getting like anxiety right now from just thinking about the game. Like,
all right, let's take a break.
I don't even know.
Let's take a break.
Even know.
When we come back, we're going to talk about, we'll graze over Togetic, which is this weekend. We'll talk about this web store. There's not much to talk about, but there is some things. Then we'll do our Landorus battle party, wrap this shit up. But yeah, there's it's not great. Am I still going to play the game every day as I would? Yeah. I will. I don't and like anyone can say like, no, I'm taking a break, or I'm not spending, I'll go free to play, or I'm only doing that. Great. More power to you. Like, I will support you, whatever you choose to do. As long as you're not a dick, I'll support you. But it still doesn't feel great. With me even saying like, hey, I'm fucking Captain Optimism, right? I can't defend this. I can't defend them not turning the fucking Lapras on when that's all the event was. You can't defend it. We have
and
to.
You can't tell me that the Niantic cat did it.
I can tell you that Niantic cat did it. That's exactly what happened.
Well, because the Niantic cat is busy typing up every tweet on Twitter. That's what the Niantic cat's doing.
Dude, at least they're not typos. It's just bad information. Would you rather have bad information or just a bunch of like typos and grammar issues? Because it's like, Twitter has not been great. It's not been good luck. But let's take a break. When we come back, Togetic, web store, Landorus battle party, whoop whoop. We'll get up out of here. What do you say? Yeah. As he's yawning. So I tried to do this podcast earlier so Adam wouldn't be so tired, and I was fucking locked out of the studio. So that happened. So we got off to a very late start, but I don't know. Now I got keys to this door too, so this won't happen again. But we'll come back. We'll wrap this shit up. Audio listeners, we'll be back right after this.
Do.
Was What's going on in the chat here? I'm a Peruvian cat. Hello, just arriving. How's it going? We're on our audio break right now. What's happening? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. You reduced the intensity a long time ago. Remote passes don't affect me. It hasn't affected me too much either, besides, like, just the, sure, I'll do this to help out. Like, those I can't do anymore. Like, now I'm rating for me, not so much for others. So I get that vibe.
You have to be selfish about it because
a little bit selective.
Honestly, I just tell myself I'm spending $2.
JT Valor, sup, dog?
JT Valor's in the chat. Does he know we were talking about him? Did he get that like buzz in his ear? He's like, oh,
JC Pix is a pop punk Pokemon's in the chat too. Havoc Bandit, what up?
Ooh, what's up from Hawaii?
Hold on, yo, JC Pix, hold on. I got something to show you real quick. Hold on. We're on break. I could do this. Hold on.
Okay, now that Ken's gone, we've got Blastoise. Yep, that's from Celebrations. We like Blastoise. And Delibird. I got Delibirds. Delibirds for days. Look at all the Delibirds. How many times can I say Delibird in this podcast? Delibird. 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 I've got a bunch of graded Delibirds where Ken just sat.
Look at this.
Oh, Ken's back. What is it? I can't see it.
It's a special
I don't know what it is.
Comic book men. One of the benefits of recording in this studio is there's tons of cool View Askew adjacent stuff, and I know JC Pix is a very big fan of the View Askewverse. So Ming was just here 2 seconds ago.
He's a fan of like everything.
Walt Flanagan signed this, dude. How about his dog?
All right, now that Ken's gone, we can talk Digimon. All right, so we've got Diaboromon. We've got Hero. Oh, sorry. Oh, Ken's back.
Snoochie Boochies. All right, Adam, you ready to do this?
I've been ready since we went on break.
All right. Hey, we're back.
Pew 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 pew.
Pew pew. Thank you so much for that, Adam. Did you even have a drink? Did I have a drink? I don't know if I did.
I've been like sneakily, not very sneakily, because I'm showing it because I'm on camera, but getting water constantly.
That's good. All right. Well, little housekeeping before we get into the ass of the show. This podcast is brought to you by Patreon. You can support this show for as little as $1 a month over on patreon.com/Pokemon Professor. And you get access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And all patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly prize Pigo and TCG Live tournaments. We're just starting up our Polka Dot Cup on Friday. Adam, I think you guys have a TCG Live tournament about to kick off as well?
Yes, yep.
So the tournaments are popping off in the Discord. Registration is there. Join through the Patreon. We hope to see you there. A couple shout-outs really quick. To our gym leader patrons, Absolutely Ryan, Austin Sard, Bean and Cheese, DJ Wonderbread, who's in the chat, GK, Halda Counselor, Sue, Jamal, Mythical Hitch, and Big Za Minus. Very special thanks to our executive producer, Paul Bott, as well as the other EPs on the network, Tish Smith, Kate the Cons, and Stinky Ash. And make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere that you can connect with us, get some merch, leave us reviews, all that good stuff. Listen to all the shows, the blogs, everything's on PokemonProfessor.com. All right, Adam, we're going to kind of breeze through Togetic. Togetic Community Day.
It's Togetic, so play.
Saturday, April 15th. Adam, you're probably working.
No, it's a Saturday.
You're off. So what's going to be the deal for Adam here? Because are you faced with a moral conundrum here? Do you want to take the event off? Will you play? I know you were talking to Casa de Cubone about doing. Like, are you gonna like? What's your vibe check right now?
Ideally, if I didn't have to play, I wouldn't play. But it gives me a chance to hang out with one of our patrons /friend/ Discord member.
Are you
Monday night
are you
Zoom
air
hangout
humping him
person.
right now? Is that what you're doing?
I am just like jiving or jive.
So you're excited about it?
I'm driving a car. No. I just want to see any excuse really to hang out with Raber.
Raber's a good time. Casa de Cubone's a good time.
He's great people.
So it's Saturday, April 15th from 2 to 5. Togetic will be appearing more frequently in the wild. This means Togekiss will learn Aura Sphere. 100 power in trainer battles, 90 power in gyms and raids. Community Day special research for $1. So now here's an interesting thing I saw on Twitter all day. Tons of people spreading the love, buying each other tickets. A couple days ago, everyone was like, I ain't spending in this game. All of a sudden, everyone's okay spending $1. I love it.
Hey, they're just trying to relive the glory days of the remote raid pass.
Oh, Costa the Cubone in the chat says, thanks, gents. 2 times catch candy, quarter hatch distance, 2 times chance for Candy XL, 3-hour lures, 3-hour incense, snapshot surprise, additional special trade, 50% off, all that good stuff. I like how they're adding this in. Togepi will be hatching from 2Ks. Togepi that hatch from the eggs will have the same chance of appearing as a shiny Pokemon as Togetic during April Community Day. This is your shiny babies are hard to get. Now you got a good rate.
They're going to devalue real quick my 100% shiny Togekiss that I got I got a Togetic, but with the event that just happened, with this Community Day, I mean, they're just devaluing it. I've got 100% shiny Togetic or Togekiss, fully powered, ready to go. That's why this event is kind of like
these 2Ks better not be like clogged up with non-Togepis. You know what I mean? Like if I'm hatching 2Ks on Community Day, they better be hatching fucking Togepi. Like you know what I mean? Like you're gonna end up hatching,
but I'm just gonna single incubator it. There's no sense in spending money.
Adam is on the straight and narrow. Bonus raid battles, 4-star. Togetic will be in the 4 stars, and you'll get more Togetic appearing afterwards. Timed research, field research, stickers, all that good stuff, the usual suspects for Community Day. Let us know how it goes. Let us know if your community comes out. Is there more of a presence, less of a presence? Does the remote raid pass thing have any impact on Community Days? Community Days are typically like on their own island, right? People come out of the woodwork. People that only play one event a month will typically play a Community Day. I'm anxious to see how Community Day will potentially be impacted by the vibe. I guess we could talk real quick about the web store that just opened. So this is something really brand new. It's not available in the States yet, but it's a standalone store on PokemonGoLive.com where you can purchase the same thing that you would normally purchase through the in-game app, same pricing, but it gives you additional coins. Meaning if you bought like the 2,500 Pokecoin bundle in the shop, you're going to get an extra 150 coins if you buy it through the web app. It's not an incredible discount, but Niantic will probably generate a higher gross margin on this because they're not getting, bent over by Apple fees and stuff like that. You'll also be able to use PayPal as a source of payment on this, which is pretty cool. But
there you go. Use your PayPal credit card.
Yeah, but web store
pay that super premium. Get the highest amount of coins you can. Just put it on a credit card.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's a terrible idea.
So before we get into Landorus, which will wrap up the show, I do want to talk about, and you alluded to this earlier, Adam, like the vibe on Twitter with Niantic screwing up tweets, Niantic doing lots of posting, but none of the posts that people actually want, right? People want communication.
Right.
So when they post about the web store, the comments are just going to be like a war zone. It's just going to be a war zone. So you would have all these tweets, and every single response is just like boom, boom, boom. People like laying into Niantic. It's not a good vibe on Twitter right now.
And the best one is that every single time they post, somebody always posts, "No one cares."
Yeah. I'm sorry for laughing.
No one cares.
I'm sorry. It's like the Jurassic Park meme of like, see, look, nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Oh, no.
Oh, hold on. You got this Mystic Heroes event? Look, no one cares.
Havoc Bandit said, stay in your lane, Adam. I know, Adam's gotten a little spicy. Adam has stayed so calm and collected, but still been spicy. I respect that. Not like me last episode.
I'm trying not to be animated. I don't want to move
not like
into you by accident.
Last episode, I was fucking fired up, dude. Adam was like, when we were done, you were like, dude, you were a fucking freight train.
Yeah, and for me, you'll probably if you listen back to it and after you're hearing this, Ken's a train, and if I don't interrupt him and like stop him from talking, like getting his momentum, I won't get a word in. So
It happens.
Ken just kept going,
It
and I was just
happens.
like, all right, I'm gonna watch it burn. Like he's got it. But today I'm like, no, I recognize it, so I'm just like, all right.
Yes. No, I wanted to make
Yes,
sure
but
that was
no,
clear.
no, but I wanted to make sure that Ken knows that was clear. See what I did there?
But Twitter
All right,
has
you
been
have the floor.
No, Twitter has been a cesspool. But luckily on our feed, it's been pretty awesome. Scipio in the chat goes, "Choo choo, mothers." Yes, it's been a little bit weird, but luckily the positivity is starting to come out. People are understanding that elite raids could find success, and they're asking the right questions. How do we take the success of elite raids, meaning getting 20, 30 people out, and do that on a regular raid hour or a regular day? Because, yeah, people were forced to go out to elite raids. The only way you could do them. So, yeah, of course they're going to come out. Well, what can we learn from that? What can Niantic learn from that?
You need to put in a new Pokemon in every single time. So if you want to release Cutiefly, put it in a 1-star raid and force the community to go raiding. And make it local only.
So, Adam, here was my idea.
So, Ken,
we talked
that's
about
my idea.
Yeah, I'm with you. Because we
I'm
talked
just
about
saying,
if we're going to give
you asked how do we do that? That's
right.
how we do it.
If we're going to give feedback, we part of the feedback needs to be
and then we
solution.
need to just get rid of remote raids.
Whoa.
I know no one wants to hear that at all.
Don't do
but
that.
I'm just saying, if it's a new Pokemon, that's how they get people to go out and do it.
This is what I think. And it could start with legendaries, but it can trickle down to 3-in-1s as well. Anytime a new Pokemon is released, or the shiny of that Pokemon is being released, like more of a good, a good thing to raid, that follows a similar elite raid format. So, let's say Mega Rayquaza comes out, right? People will be raiding the fuck out of that. Make that an elite raid, because people will come out in droves.
But it's not an elite raid.
Why?
It's a primal egg.
Why? But why can't it be? We can Adam, you could be anything you want in this world, young man.
All right, maybe it's just a mega raid, but it's a mega raid because they've given us that. That's what it is. It's a mega raid.
Why don't they? But why don't? If they just made new Pokemon then? So when we get our newer legendaries, the next wave of legendaries, what if they're the ones that come out in elite raids, and then 5-star raids are the recycled stuff? So people don't get burnt out or don't get upset that, oh, fucking Regice is back. It's like, yeah, because that's what it lives in 5 stars. It's not taking away from a new Pokemon being released because they get released through elite raids. I don't know.
Yeah, but this BS time of like 11, 2, and 5 to make sure everyone. No.
I like your idea of every gym that spawns elite raids having 3 eggs.
Yes. It just needs to be at 11, at 2, at 5. That way here, if people really want to grind and they want to go from gym to gym to gym and like try to get a bunch of these, they can try.
They can play over the 6 hours.
That can only get there at 11, cool. If people can only get there at 2, cool. If people can only do 5, cool. Those are 3 different times.
Yep. I get you.
And they could work. Or do a 4th time and do like 7. Because like you can't like if I'm working a morning shift, that could be 10 to 6.
But now here, I'll counterpoint to that is like that's the pseudo entitlement. Like, why does this game need to bend around you?
Well, if I can't do a remote raids and do it with my friends because I'm, having another prior engagement.
I can't go to the park and play baseball unless I got 17 fucking friends. It's just part of it. It's a harsh truth. I don't know. I don't even want to get into it.
This is a video game. It's not baseball.
There's no crying in baseball.
That's a harsh truth. That's a harsh truth. I'm just letting you know.
All right. Let's get into our battle party, Adam.
You
so
can
we can
play
wrap this
other video
shit
games.
Up.
I'm just saying you can play other video games, and you don't need 17 other people.
All right. Want to talk about Landers? Adam, do you want to do the honors?
All right. Battle party. Ooh, ooh. Battle party.
Ooh, ooh. All right, we got incarnate form Landorus. We're going to be looking to Pokebattler, as we normally do.
It's really unfortunate
What?
that I actually need the XL candy for this.
I have a hundo.
I have a hundo.
Incarnate Landorus, so I definitely want this.
Is that the one with the feet?
No, Therian is the one with the feet.
Oh, I have the one with the feet.
No, I do not have the one with the feet. Well, I have it, but not a hundo. But it is a ground and flying type legendary Pokemon, which means it's weak to water and double weak to ice. Double weak to ice, you say? Just use fucking ice. It resists ground, bug, electric, fighting, and poison. 100% catch. 2050 at level 20 and 2563 boosted in windy or sunny weather. So 2050 and 2563 are the CPs that you're going to look for. I actually have my party built in the game. I will pull it up on screen in just a second if I could get to it. It is.
Yeah, but my party is also in the notes.
All right. Well, you could talk about
just saying.
But let's look through.
So
let's look through You don't get your picture. Let's look through Pokebattler. We're going to keep all our filters on. Top counter, Shadow Mamoswine. I love when megas don't take the top spot. Shadow Mamoswine just putting in work here. Primal Kyogre following it up. Now remember, Primal Kyogre can have Blizzard. So you have ice benefit, ice boost here as well. Shadow Mewtwo, one of the best ice attackers in the game with Psycho Cut and Ice Beam. Shadow Weavile, Mega
Isn't that a
Abomasnow.
psychic Pokemon?
Yes, but its DPS is so high that it overpowers a lot of ice Pokemon. Mega Abomasnow, Galarian Darmanitan, which I recommend you bring just because it's dumb looking. Regular Mamoswine, Mega Glalie, Shadow Articuno, usual suspects. Mega Swampert for water. Now you start getting into some water Pokemon. Regular Mewtwo, Ice Spect Weavile is in there. But if we go back to the filters, I'm going to turn off Shadows and turn off Megas, and we're going to take a look at this. Galarian Darmanitan comes in at the top over regular Mamoswine. It's pretty interesting. Regular Mewtwo coming in third. Weavile, Jinx, Avalugg is on there. Glaceon, Kyurem, Articuno. So a lot of the usual suspects here. Aurorus is even on the list. So if you want a spicy pick, I recommend that. So, Adam, I'm going to pull up mine on the screen right now. Shout out to Team No Battery because I'm at a whopping 4% right now. I am going to lead with Primal Kyogre. This is actually a Shadow Mewtwo here that I'm showing. It's like a 98 or a 96. I've got a Shadow Mamoswine there. Regular Mewtwo, Ice Spect Weavile, and I'm still working on my buddy Blissey, better known as Backdoor. Primal Kyogre, Shadow Mewtwo, Shadow Mamoswine, Mewtwo, Weavile, and Blissey. Adam, what do you have?
All right, so I have Mega Glalie is leading the charge.
Spicy.
All of these are hundos, so
yeah.
Just so we know. Glaceon, Mamoswine, Weavile, Cloyster, and a Alolan Ninetales.
I knew you were going to throw some spicy ones in there. A Cloyster and an Alolan Ninetales. It's very spicy.
I know, you're shell-shocked.
But, like, where are they on the list here? Alolan Ninetales is 23rd. Cloyster's 25th. So, they're on the list.
Yeah, they're there.
Landorus.
You just have to uncheck all the boxes.
Like, you can duo Landorus. So, it's not a difficult raid. So, you can afford to get a little spicy if you've got a couple people. So good picks, Adam. I like it, but in general, just use ice. It's double weak to ice, so
all those Pokemon were ice.
Yeah, use ice. But Adam, that was a show. We did it, man.
We did it, and I only yawned once.
You did great. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that's in the Twitch chat right now. We really appreciate it. Please make sure you drop a follow before you go. Anyone who's listening to this on audio, if you want to check out the video, you can check it out on Twitch or over on YouTube as a VOD. Please check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on with the network, LuredUp.com for everything that's going on the show. Next episode, we're going to focus on voicemails and emails because we got a few. But you can email us at luredup@PokemonProfessor.com. You can call us or text us 732-835-8639. But Adam, is that it?
Yeah, just have an adult beverage before you call us in.
Oh man, remember the drunk Terry Wolf messages? I'm gonna have to bring that back. Be like, Terry, It'd be like 8 a.m. Be like, leave me a voicemail. You'd be like, all right, I'll leave a voicemail. But thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate it. Thank you to everyone on Twitter. Thank you for everyone for being optimistic and positive. If you're frustrated, if you're angry, if you're upset,
like me,
that's okay. Just don't be a dick. That's my words of wisdom. No Richards allowed. It's a no dick party. Keep training, trainers. We'll see you next week. Bye. See ya.